obnoxious. I say obnoxious things all the time on video. It's fine. So,
Sounds like a challenge.
yeah, let's do it. Okay, so like I said, my name is Annika Marquez. I teach art history and museum studies at St. Ambrose. I've been to Egypt 3 times in the last year. This last trip, I led a tour with the Putnam Museum, and I had quite a few people express interest, and I was like, December, let's go. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So what we're going to do is really, it's just going to be a general overview of Egypt. We're going to do north to south. We're going to do Cairo all the way to Aswan. When are we going to go? Well, in theory, we're going to go December 20th through January 1st. If the majority of you need to adjust this because we're educators, I think we can probably work something out, but this is what we've got figured out so far. Why are we going over Christmas? Well, because maybe you don't want to spend Christmas with your family because they're obnoxious. I don't, whatever, no judgment. But the weather in Egypt over Christmas is absolutely wonderful. When I was there last year, the sites weren't very busy at all because everyone's spending Christmas with their families. I say this, and of course, it'll be busy this time. You know, I don't know. But yeah, weather is perfect, and it's a really great time to go. And if you're worried about missing Christmas decorations, don't, because they decorate for Christmas over there. So you will see Santas, you will see snowflakes in the desert. It's crazy. I love it. So the official language is Arabic. Large population in that whole country. The currency is the Egyptian pound, and right now it is 2 cents to our dollar.
Is that good?
It's for us, not for them. For us, it's fabulous. The official religion is Islam, but they also have a lot of Jews and Coptic Christians over there. So it really is an absolute melting pot of all religions. They have a republic. Things are going really well over there with President Sisi. It is the most stable government they've ever had since the pharaohs. The capital is Cairo. And Cairo just so happens to be one of the places that we're going to go see. We will go to Saqqara and the Step Pyramid, which is absolutely amazing. I'm not going to give you the history. I'm just going to give you a quick overview. I want to delve into the history, I really do. But with signing up for this trip, you can attend my free lectures prior to going. All right. We will go to the pyramids at Giza. We have entrance into one of them. I can't say which one we will get to go in because they are on a rotation. And also it depends when they're doing research. This will be like their season for archaeology. So sometimes there will be people working in a certain spot, so you'll have to go into a different pyramid. But they're all great. We will get a camel ride around the Giza complex, which is absolutely wonderful. We will get to see the Sphinx. We will also see the Citadel of Saladin. There's a really great story. It's like Game of Thrones, Red Wedding, right? That, but with the Mamluks, right? And a horse jumped over the edge. It died. It was absolutely tragic. We're going to go see that site. I know, right? I'm really selling this. We will also go to the Muhammad Ali Mosque. And what is absolutely amazing about this is the mosque that the Hagia Sophia was modeled after. And this is the inside. So yeah, we'll get to see that. We will also go to the Hanging Church, which is literally a church that was built on top of a fort, and like the walls of a fort, and then you can actually like look down and see the open road. Yeah, so it's literally suspended over a wall. And it's just got a lot of relics. So if you're into dead things, that's for you. But also there's a lot of icons, so beautiful artwork. This is the St. Sergius and Bacchus Church, and while it looks a little drab, this is actually the church that was built over the cave where the Holy Family hid when they were escaped. Yes, right? So they're talking about executing baby Jesus, and the Holy Family went into Egypt. So this is where they hid, and they also have a well there where the Holy Family drank out of. So it's very cool and very appropriate for this time of year. Oh yeah, then we're gonna hit up the market. Yeah, we're gonna get all of our souvenirs. We're gonna barter. There's kittens in the market. It is fabulous. Yes, there's, it's wonderful. And I have to say that it is really this beautiful. Like these are photos that I took, and it really is absolutely this gorgeous. There's also a little restaurant that we're going to eat at, and it's one of one of their oldest hotels, and the food there is, actually all of the food I've had over there has been really good, but this was primo. We are going to go to the Egyptian Museum of Antiquities. This is the old museum. If you want, I know people. I can arrange us a behind-the-scenes tour if you're interested. If not, that's fine too. Yeah, no joke. I'll just call up Dr. Lafty, and he'll be like, yeah, come on back. Yeah. They have a new museum there, and it's called the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization. And I don't know if you remember, but several years ago, they had the huge parade of mummies. Yeah, this is where their resting place is. So we will go and we will meet Egyptian royalty. And I love this. Yes, it is amazing. They did a really nice job. We can also go see the Grand Egyptian Museum. This is the one that has been 20 years in the making. They are in their soft opening at this point. I've been twice. Each time I go, I get to see a little more. So this is really exciting. I'm not sure at that time what they're going to have available to us, but their gift shop is phenomenal. And the prices are spectacular. All right? So that's some of the things that we will be doing in Cairo. We will also be going to Luxor. And I love Luxor. Luxor is just absolutely beautiful because we have this wonderful contrast. There's the desert and then boom, green right by the Nile. So it's absolutely gorgeous. We will be going to Luxor Temple, and we'll be going to Karnak Temple too. Then we have the Valley of the Kings. We have tickets to see King Tut's tomb. You will go in and you will be unimpressed, and you'll be like, this is it? And I'll be like, yeah. But I feel like each time I've been there, I've had a private date with King Tut myself because his mummy is in the tomb. So it's real nice, like having a little date with my boy crush, okay? We will also be going to Seti the First tomb. Now this is the most ornate tomb in the Valley of the Kings. So just absolute phenomenal examples of pharaonic artwork. We will also be going to 3 other tombs, and I can't tell you which ones right now because they are on a rotation. But I have not been disappointed with any of the tombs. So they're all great. Karnak Temple, yes. You might recognize this scene from Yul Brynner? Chuck Heston? 10 Commandments? No? Yeah. Well, this is the real deal. So this is the Hypostyle Hall, which is absolutely breathtaking. So we will go and we will see that. We will see Luxor Temple, and because the weather is so nice, if we want, we can probably walk the causeway between Luxor Temple and Karnak Temple, just like they did in the old times. It's probably like less than a mile. So, and I did that last year, and it was nice. It was really nice. So yeah, there is a causeway that connects the two there. We will also go to Hatshepsut's Memorial Temple. This is on the West Bank, and we'll go. We'll see what we will learn about her history, her life. This is the female pharaoh. And there's some mystery there with, does anyone know the story? Okay, all right. I'll give you just a little some, right? Okay, so her husband died, right? So he's gone, and itty bitty baby stepson, whoop, they got married. She became regent and assumed the role of pharaoh, and it was believed that stepson husband murdered her. Probably not true. Recent scholarship says they actually had a very good relationship. So she was regent while he was out playing soldier boy. And everyone's like, yeah, but her image was erased. Well, that actually came long after her death when the grandson was trying to take the throne, and he was trying to solidify his reign. So scandal and controversy, yeah. Okay, the tombs of Deir el-Medina, which is also in Luxor on the West Bank. This is where all the workers and the craftsmen who worked on the tombs of the Valley of the Kings, this is where they're buried. Now, this particular site doesn't even make Egypt's top 10 list of must-sees, but it is my absolute favorite, all right? The artwork in these tombs are just so amazing. The colors are phenomenal. This has not been restored at all. This is how, 3,000 years ago, this is exactly how it looked. But what we see here are textbook examples of daily life art. So this is absolutely my favorite. We usually get to go into 3 different tombs. And they're small, so it's nice and cozy, right? Perfect for Christmas season. But yes, my absolute favorite. We will also be going on a Nile cruise, which you will enjoy. So you get to sit up on deck and watch the beautiful scenery just go by. The food, I've never had bad food on a cruise. Drinks, there's usually like some dance parties. So a Galabaya party some nights, you know? It's all good fun. Or if you don't want to, that's fine. No one will make you do anything you don't want, okay? So we will also be going to Aswan. I love Aswan because this is where the river is just at its most gorgeous, and the wildlife. There's birds. Oh my gosh, I'm getting old and I get excited about birds, like birds and buildings. Ooh. So yes, just absolute picturesque scenery in Aswan. One of the temples that we will be going to is Kamombo, and this is the one that is dedicated to Sobek. It's actually a dual temple, but what we're really interested right now is Sobek, the crocodile god, and then there's mummified crocodiles in the museum right next to it, and they are massive, just big boys, right? So we will go see that. We will also go to the Temple of Philae, and you might recall that this is one of the temples that they picked up and moved to a different island because it was flooding. Yeah, no joke, just piece by piece they moved it from one island to the next when they built the dam. So this temple is devoted to Isis, and there are so many cats on this island, and you can pet them, and it's great. I will stop for cats, okay? Also in Aswan, we will go to a Nubian village, which is, we can actually go into their houses, like people that are really living there. We can go into their houses, we can check out the different rooms. I know it's a little weird, but it's it's fun. And then we can pet their pet crocodiles and hold them. Yeah, I'm not joking. And then there's this absolute fabulous restaurant there. We will go, we will have lunch. I think this was actually my favorite restaurant in all of Egypt. Really, really good stews and food there. So that's what we will do. We will also have a felucca ride on the Nile, and this is just, a wooden sailboat. It's nice, quiet, peaceful. Watch the world go by for a little bit, probably at evening time. Oh yeah, the other thing that we will do is we will go to the Temple of Hathor in Dendera. This one is famous for the zodiac. I don't expect you guys to know all this stuff now. We will talk about it later. And also the Dendera light bulb, which is in the crypts, that's at this site. I know, you guys probably don't know what that is, but that's fine. It's really wild, it's trippy. We also will make a stop at Edfu at the Temple of Horus. And I love this temple because this talks about Horus's revenge. So Horus's uncle killed his father. So Seth killed Horus's dad, Osiris. And then Horus has to get revenge. So it talks about all the different ways that Horus tries to kill his uncle. So, yeah. And Horus is the bird, so it's the Angry Bird temple. The original Angry Bird, right. So, this is one of my favorites. Now, Abu Simbel, we have, like, to keep the price low for you, we made Abu Simbel optional. I feel like if you've already gone this far, you should just go the rest of the way, right? So this particular temple is another one that they moved when they built the high dam. Like, literally, they took this whole mountain, all the tunnels and the caverns inside the different chambers, they took it, they cut it, and they moved it up and back. I just can't even. Like, how? Wasn't it amazing that they just built this to begin with, but no, we're gonna cut it up into pieces and we're just gonna move it? I just can't. But this is Ramses the Great's temple, and I love Ramses the Great. He's one of my favorites. He's a good-looking guy, first off. You'll see. You will see. And there's 4 colossal statues out front. There's 8 colossal statues inside. There's the Holy of the Holies. The sun shines through on Ramses all the way in the back in the Holy of Holies on his birthday and his coronation day. I know, right? There's also inside the temple wonderful scenes of the Battle of Kadesh, which is the first peace treaty in the entire world. So for me, you should go. But you don't have to. If you don't, you can just stay in Aswan and have a leisurely morning to yourself. That's fine too. So this is the question that everyone wants to know, right? The cost of all of this wonderful, wonderful stuff. We are looking at $4,499 per person. This is double occupancy. So for like you, okay, if you have a room by yourself, you have to pay a single supplement, which for me is money well spent. But so if you're by yourself, it's that price plus more. If it's 2 of you in a room, it's that price per person. Does that make sense? Did I explain that well? Okay. The flight as of August 2nd is $1,599, but it is round trip. It is from Chicago to Cairo. Okay? What is included in all of this? 4 to 5-star accommodations, and I believe all of the hotels I have stayed at, and it's pretty schwank. Even the 4-star over there is pretty schwank, okay? The Nile cruise is also included in this price. All the entrance site, with the exception of Abu Simbel, is included. So all the museums, all the temples, all the tombs, that is all included. We have 2 very, very large meals a day. The last trip we had 3 meals a day, and people were like, for the love of God, no more. So you will not starve on 2 meals a day. At night, when you can go dinner on your own, but I promise you'll just be like, I just want some chips. I just want a cookie. You will be so full of food. But if you have to have 3 5-course meals a day, don't worry, I will let you know where there's food. Transportation within the country. So we will have air-conditioned coaches, very nice coaches, every step of the way. This also includes the flights in the country. So when we go from Cairo to Luxor, that flight is included. We will have an Egyptologist at all sites. I have handpicked him. His name is Ahmed. All right, he's my go-to guy. His sole purpose in life is to make me happy. I don't understand, but he does. So, so he will make sure that we are taken care of. We also, in each town, we have representatives from the country that helps gets us checked in. If there's any problem whatsoever, these guys take care of it, and they're really good at what they do. Last time, with my group, I had a muscle, and that is a policeman with a big gun under his jacket. So he follows us to all the sites, and he's on the bus the whole time. So he's just there, I don't know, to look scary and impressive. I don't. I know a lot of you are worried about safety over there. Like I said, I have gone 3 times. 2 of those times I was a single female traveler. I was promised that I was going to get grabbed, harassed, kidnapped, worse. And I was like, ooh, don't threaten me with a good time. Everyone over there treated me like a queen. Not a single bad thing happened. No one made me recite the Quran wearing a hijab. Nothing like that. They treated me like royalty. All the gentlemen, they are flirty, friendly. They will like kiss your hands, you know, as a sign of respect type of thing. But nothing bad ever happened. Also, I want to let you guys know that military service over there is required for 2 years. So you will see military police everywhere. You will also see tourist police everywhere. Egypt's economy depends on tourism, and they do not want anything bad to happen to a tourist, so they take a whole lot of precautions to make sure nothing bad happens. Okay? So do not worry about safety over there. You're more likely to get shot here than over there. And I hate to say that, but it's true. So what is not included is your travel insurance, which you really should get. So anything from getting sick, lost luggage, just covers just about any situation you can imagine. And of course, the single supplement, which I talked about, is also optional. The Abu Simbel, which is that optional excursion, is $455. Now let me tell you a little bit about the Abu Simbel excursion. This is going to be the bougiest thing you've ever done. You're going to get on a flight. You're going to land in Abu Simbel. You're going to tour the temple and also the Queen's Temple. Nefertari's temple is there too. And then when that's over, you're going to get back on the plane and go back to Aswan. It is really schwank. Yeah, and like I said, if you've gone this far, it's a little more, right? So, what questions do you have? In your little handout, I have the different cities, and then I have the rough itinerary. There's a boo-boo on there. I made a mistake. But yeah, what questions do you have? Yes? Okay, so I will be honest, it's not a very accessible country at this point. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to go inside the pyramids. You don't have to go in the tombs. And yeah, so honestly, it depends what the situation is.
Trying to get my grandma to go with me. She's not great. So she's sweet.
Okay. I mean, like, can she do cane? I had someone with a cane do just fine. They didn't. Oh, okay. Well, again, if your grandma wants to go, I would tell her.
I have not talked to her.
Oh,
This was just
a surprise.
She's been to Egypt before, and she needs a break from my grandmother.
Then yes, she should go. And again, she doesn't have to go deep diving into tombs or anything like that. But if she wants to, I'll hold her hand. Yes.
So December 20th, January 1st. So are we on plane January 1st?
Well, you see, that is where I made the boo-boo on the back. So we get on the plane January 20th. We arrive in...
No, not January.
I knew what I meant. I knew what I meant. Sorry. December 20th, we get on the plane. We land in Cairo on the 21st. Okay?
Go in the morning on the 20th?
It's we have a night flight.
So we get
Yeah.
on the 20th at night?
Yes.
From Chicago.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
How do we get to Chicago? Will we all just get a band together and just do whatever you want?
So I am hoping that this is going to be a smaller group, which means that Act 2 for a small group is going to be really, really expensive. So I would suggest at this point that you find parking. I can help you find parking, but I would suggest that you park at a hotel outside of Chicago. I park, let's see, it's a Holiday Inn. It's right next to a Portillo's, right next to a gas station. Really nice bathroom. If I get too tired, it's a great place to stay. So that would be the most economical choice at this point. Yes.
You are comfortable with full transportation of the train out of Galesburg to O'Hare is great as well.
Yeah.
You know, a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
You would do that?
So it goes to Union Station and then you can get on the L or the Metro straight to O'Hare. So we go to Galesburg and leave our car there.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty safe in Galesburg.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got
Train
options.
tickets are like $30.
Right. Also, the hotel that I stay at, they have a shuttle that goes to the, yeah. They have one going to and one going back. The one going to, I definitely take the shuttle. On the way back, I say, no, I will not wait. I'm going to take an Uber right now. Yeah. So there's plenty of different options. Yeah. I mean, unless we get a big enough group where Act 2 becomes affordable, but sorry, Act 2 is a bus that would leave from Davenport and take us, to Chicago. But I'm hoping this is going to be a smaller group. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hard to answer this, I'm sure, but got an idea of the group size right now?
I am hoping 8 to 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of my questions is going to be, what's the cap? Because we've got another couple.
Oh, hey, yeah. I would cap at 25.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm really hoping that this is going to be a cozy, comfy group. Yeah.
and then we leave there on the 1st.
Yes.
What I'm reading here.
Correct. That is correct.
Morning. It's a new flight.
Yes, which I thought was very nice because we didn't have to wake up super early. Yes.
And then we get back that evening. Yeah, this week.
So we're crossing 8 time zones.
Day for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weekend hours. We do that.
Yes. Yeah.
That's good.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. Yes.
So we get to celebrate New Year's Eve there?
Yes. Yes. And I have to tell you this because I am a millennial baby. They love Home Alone there, and they play Home Alone all day New Year's Eve.
Oh my.
I don't know. At least they did in Luxor. I don't know. I thought it was great. Yes.
Is this current dates on
I'm sorry, what?
do the current dates on the
Yes. Yes, they do. I got you.
I just barely have PTO.
Yeah, no, I get it, and that's why I picked these dates. Yes, I know we're sacrificing Christmas and New Year's, but Egypt. This is the best Christmas gift you can give to yourself. After this, you will be chasing the Egypt high for the rest of your life. You will start wondering how you can go back. You will wonder where you can get Egyptian food. I promise.
Tell me about Egyptian food, because I really can't eat spicy stuff.
Then you are in luck.
Okay.
So Egyptian food is like Mexican food, but instead of it being spicy, it's flavorful. So that is the best way I can describe it. Lots of breads, lots of rice, lots of veggies, grilled meats, chicken, beef, no pork.
Okay.
So load up on bacon. Yeah. Oh, lamb. They usually have a really good lamb over there. Lots of interesting stews. And when I say interesting, they're not spicy, but oh my gosh, they're like tomato based. And they have really good tomatoes over there. Like I've had the best tomato soup in my whole life, and I don't like tomato soup there. But desserts, yeah.
Is there a restaurant in this area that will serve Egyptian?
No. Nope. Nope.
As long as it's not spicy.
It's not spicy. It's flavorful. Yeah. Desserts. I'm a big girl. I like my desserts. I like my sweets. Their desserts are a little lacking over there. Like the traditional kanafa, I think is like sweet shredded wheat. Doesn't do much for me. But there is a lot of that French influence. So they do have some good patisseries. And again, I promise you won't starve. Also, what I like to do is I like to pack some Dr. Pepper because they are a Coke country. So it's Coke, Sprite, Fanta.
Diet Coke?
Diet Coke does not taste the same. It's not the same. So, so I pack some Dr. Pepper. I pack some like breakfast biscuits. Put that in my suitcase, and I either eat it or I give it to little kids. I know, I don't like kids, but you know, sometimes I just gotta make room.
And the water, and I drink the water.
Don't drink the water. Don't drink the water.
So-
Touch the Nile because it will guarantee that you go back, but don't drink any of the water. But water is provided at all of the hotels. Bottled waters. And we will, of course, talk about all of these things before we go. On the buses, there will be bottled water. Bottled water is super cheap over there. It's like 15 pounds, which is, I was going to say it's like under $1. Yeah.
Is that included in the price?
Yes.
The water bottles?
Yep. Yep. They're giving it away over there like candy. So, but yeah, when you're showering, brushing your teeth, use the bottled water. Put a rag over your sink to remind yourself. I mean, I've never gotten sick over there from the water. So I don't know.
Special shots or vaccines to go?
Nothing is required. Whatever you feel comfortable and safe doing, that's up to you. But they're not checking. Yeah. Oh, the temperature is amazing. Last year, when I was in Cairo, the coldest it got was 60 degrees. So that was in Cairo, which is closer to the sea. Aswan, it was about 80 degrees. Luxor was about 70. They will say it's cold over there. They will be wearing their puffer coats. But I was walking around in a t-shirt and capris, just living my best life. No snow. And it's probably not going to rain. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So for your carry-on, this is going to be the bag that fits in the overhead bin on planes, but it's also probably going to be the bag that you're going to take out with you to the different sites. You'll leave it on the bus, so just make sure that it's small enough to fit in the overhead bin or on the seat next. Well, probably, because I'm anticipating a small group probably on the seat next to you. Yeah,
When she talks about overhead bin, she's talking about
on the bus. Yeah,
Road bus.
not the overhead bin on the airplane.
right. So it's like this big.
In your coach, if you want your carry-on to be with you, it cannot have wheels.
Right,
Your big suitcase, which will be under the coach.
right.
They handle one wheel there.
Yes.
And that's always something that a lot of people get confused. They think, oh, but on the airplane I can have this wheelie, but it's too dangerous
Yeah.
on the coach.
Yeah, so I would recommend a backpack.
Like personal item.
Yeah, yes. Think more like a personal item. What I also have been known to do is I put a collapsible duffel in my suitcase for souvenirs. I believe on this flight we only get one bag, but it's still cheaper to pay for a second bag than it is to ship things home.
So.
I've thought
one
this through.
bag, you mean a
Yep.
checked bag?
Yes, you get one checked bag.
One checked bag.
Yep.
And then one carry-on backpack.
Right, and then your purse.
And your purse.
Yeah.
So carry-on and a purse.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yep, yep.
and
So,
that's all.
yep. If you decide to do a second checked bag, that's on you, but still cheaper than mailing things home. Yeah, 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 exactly.
And so, in the essence of the closed down, is your laundry facility?
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, laundry over there is so cheap. You can do laundry every day if you want it, and it's not gonna break the bank.
It's right in the hotel.
It's in the hotel, it's on the cruise, you just have to make sure that there is enough time for them to get it back to you. Yeah, but definitely the cruise is the place to do laundry, and anyway.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, and they fold it nice and neat and crisp. Oh, it's
Sounds like home.
yeah, so I pack light. I only bring like a couple of outfits. Yeah,
Okay.
and jeans. No one's gonna care if you wear your jeans one day. Right. No, you don't have to. Yeah. Yeah.
I heard the very conservative.
Oh, okay. All right. So they don't care what you wear. They really don't. You can wear a tank top and space everything you want. The general rule of thumb, and you're not going to see it this time of year. It's cool. Not a lot of boobs, not a lot of belly, not a lot of. That's the yeah, but if, like I said, if you want to wear a tank top, you can. If you want to wear shorts, that's fine. If you want to wear your leggings, that shows the peaches. You're like, you know.
When you go
Yeah.
in, you go into a mosque and then you go into a
Scarf.
mosque. A scarf
Yeah.
and your shoulders have to be covered in your knees.
Women, not always. But heads scarf, definitely. Yeah, but I've actually gone into them, and they've not made me covered. Yeah, but because we're a group, they're probably that. So, yeah. Bring a scarf. What about this? They don't.
Men don't say I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, yes, also, at some of the mosques, you might just tuck your hair up into your hat. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, these are fabulous questions. If you want to wear a hat. I wear a hat because I'm pale.
Yeah, yeah.
Why do you?
Like if you go into a mosque, because a mosque, yeah, yeah. So if you sit here, so yeah, hide your hair. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Three or four nights.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's very nice. Sure. Susanna does this.
Okay, so, the first time and second time, I did not see a single bug. Not a mosquito, not anything, because it's too dry. This third time, after I told everyone, don't bother bringing the bug spray, we were at Hatshepsut's temple and bee flies were biting because it was a purpose time or something. So I'm going to say yes, bring a little bit of bug spray. Like, what I would do is get something kind of light as opposed to an aerosol. That way you can just have like one in your purse and ready to go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Have not seen any snakes, any scorpions, any spiders. There's bats in some of the periods. We're not doing no food this time. There's definitely that. I have a lizard. He was a cute little lizard.
He was kind of orange, he might have been cute, I'm not sure. He was absolutely adorable, he smiled, and went on his merry way. But
There's no way back
it's too arid. Yeah,
They don't have standing water.
yeah. But you know what, think of it this way, bring the bug spray, it's insurance. Worst that happens is you don't use it, it's like you buy a new snowblower and you don't use it. So, yeah, that's what I would suggest. And, I also have a little, packet, it's my travel tips, from underwear to, people find it. And, it has like all the things that I recommend you bring. Yeah.
Just that, so you have food is
Yes.
drinks, like wine.
Oh, okay, so wine and mixed drinks is gonna be a little extra.
Just pay there.
Yeah, you settle up at the hotel
So
or
really drinks, just water.
water is included, yeah. Yeah, but again, it's so cheap over there. Food is so cheap over there, because the rule is no one goes to bed hungry. Yeah, so food is very important. Like you eat a whole pizza for like $2. Yeah. Oh, okay. If it's fruit on the street, probably not because you don't know if it's been washed good. But if it's like a cooked meat, you'd be fine. But I wouldn't anticipate that you eat on the street. Just because there's gonna be so much food at the restaurants. But ask. Like I'm going to eat with you the whole time. And of course, on that, you'll be like, yeah, don't do that. So, yeah, so that's what we're here for. We're here to help. Of course, on my list, I have Imodium or whatever because like stress from traveling, the different food, all the things. But, yeah, so here's one. Yeah. Fabulous questions. Yes, bring your own toilet paper. Because when you go, like at the sites to the restroom, they're going to ask for a little bakshish, like kind of like in Europe. Yeah. And so you'll give them a couple of pounds, and they'll give you a sad little wad of toilet paper, and maybe it's just not enough for whatever you're doing. It's just yeah. So they online they have itty rolls of toilet paper, and it comes in like a nice plastic case, and so it's basically a backpack. But I have it in my purse. Sure. Okay. And you never know what you're gonna encounter. Yeah, that is on my package. Oh, the room. There's toilet paper. The other thing that we'll talk about is don't flush the toilet paper. Yes, their plumbing system can't handle it, but okay, so hotels, my rule of thumb is if there's a sign that says don't flush, don't flush. If there's not, but most places they'll just put it, and you'll see and smell that there's going to be a little tile, and you just do what others for you. That's the rule of thumb, just yeah. So flush at your own risk. I haven't had anything bad happen yet, but wait. Yeah. I saw one of those at the airport in Amman, which is we're not going to go to Amman. So it's a regular toilet. I say this, and of course, as soon as I say something, the rule will move on. But no, there's no. Okay. I don't even know how to feel it. Lean up against the wall. I don't know. Yeah. No. So you won't have to work out. Like so we are going to be stopping halfway in Warsaw, which is good. Yes, which I've been to an airport. It's nice. There's lots of good food options. So apparently my food is not so good. all right, it gets you by, but, so we'll go halfway, we'll get off, I will find a McDonald's or something substantial to eat, then we'll get on and then we'll go to Cairo. Yeah.
And stopping in Warsaw, we were there last year. The airport will be decorated for Christmas.
Yeah.
And they have very nice gift shops.
Oh,
And
yes.
on the way back, you may want to pick up some food items that are already.
Chocolate,
Yeah, that are already pre-packaged, so you can ship them back.
wine, alcohol,
In 1999, I got an invitation. My daughter was at the University of Illinois, and she had befriended two Egyptian sisters. And while they were at the university, they just couldn't fly home, to Cairo. So they came to Moline. And so I became their kind of Illinois aunt. Well, the parents were Islamic, and they, in their faith, if somebody has done something very kind to your family, gracious, it's very important to give back. And so they had seen me at a Mom's Day weekend and said, you must come to Egypt. And it's like, yeah, sure. Well, I mean, they were quite insistent because all the girls were graduating that next spring. And so they extended this invitation for us to go over the Christmas holidays. So we left probably about the same weekend, 20th, 21st. And we were able to spend Christmas Eve in Cairo, and then we took a cruise, and the cruise had all the Christmas trees and such. And also gave us an opportunity to, this happened to be during Ramadan, so, observe the Islamic traditions, talk about a blending and a holiday that I'll never forget. And so, I would, any opportunity you have to do something that is kind of one of a kind to find out what it is doing.
yeah, this is once in a lifetime, okay, maybe I've done great, but it was the best Christmas I've ever had. I was in Siwa, I walked around Magic Lake with Jimmy, I went, was in a 4x4 Jeep because of Jeep surfing, and I was on a surfboard and surfed, it was amazing, it was really great, yeah. We won't be doing that, but I promise we'll be doing something just as good. Yeah.
So on the itinerary or it says option 1 others.
Yes.
So if you decide to go on that, so then do you miss out on the rest of that itinerary?
No. The only people that are going to be missing out are the ones that don't go. Yeah. So we will go to Abu Simbel, we'll fly there, we'll fly back, and then we'll all reconvene for lunch. So, like I said, it's bougie. It's really bougie. But it's great. It's like you get to see Abu Simbel from the plane, and it's mind blowing. Oh, you get to see Lake Nasser too, right there. So it's neat money well spent.
I had work in 2019, and I would say it went the same type of itinerary that Abu Simbel was optional. I think probably 80% of the group wanted to go to Abu Simbel, but there were some that they were concerned just about extra walking, etc. And they just wanted to move downtime. So when you get to Aswan, you're flown in. So those going to Abu Simbel are staying at the airport and then flying on to Abu Simbel. Those who are not going to Abu Simbel will be transferred over to the cruise ship. So
No. Okay. The ones not staying will just stay on the cruise. Will already be on the cruise.
Oh,
Yeah. So you'll get to sleep in. You'll get to have a leisurely breakfast. You can get off the cruise, walk around Aswan. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. But yeah, yep. Yeah, no, so we will drive over a couple of times, but I was like, you know, yeah.
Well, you see,
I'm trying to
we'll
say
see as we drive.
Yeah. I'm trying to And that was the last group, I was like, okay, what is the one thing that you said, cut and not doing, like, we really do not need to do this. I'm like, that's it, out of all this, okay, all right. Fine.
So once again, when do we get back on January first?
We leave Cairo at noon, and then we fly up to Warsaw, and then, again, with the time changes. It seems to me we got there about 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So you will know the first, the day and a half.
8 hour, oh, okay. So the flight in total is about 12, 13 hours. But we're gonna split it up in the middle. Just about, or it might be like 8 and, you know. So, but it's a long haul. So when I can, I try and break it up. Yeah.
We'll be back at least early evening.
Oh, yeah.
On January first.
And you can celebrate all the way home.
Yeah. Or should we, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do you need to know? What can I do to get your guests?
Well, sorry, curiosity, so I heard it gets cold at the country, so like, and you don't have that rule.
I had a really last time and I was just fine. And that was like when I was walking around at night. Yeah. So a hoodie, denim jacket. In my, what am I at, 50-some days in Egypt? In my 50-some days, it has only rained once. Because I broke into a tomb at the bastion, and the guard was like, here's a skull. And he put the skull in my hands, and that night it rained on the Nile.
That was
Up there. The second time I broke into the bastion, the skull had more family, more friends with it. Did not touch.
All right.
If we can, and I don't want to make any promises I can't keep, but I'm hoping when I have a small enough group that we can stop by the bastion, pay the guard a little something, maybe get in the people having better nurses. So the bastion is the site where they found all the Catholics. Yeah, but I can't make any promises, but we'll try. We'll do some illegal things tomorrow, but it's fine. Yeah.
So the cost is estimated.
At the time I made this, it was still kind of in flux, but I think we've got it pretty,
It's based on the,
yeah. Yeah.
And does that include tax or?
Yep.
Yes.
I can go over a couple of things. Did you hand out this registration?
No, I did not.
Okay.
You can join us.
We have a registration form, which, basically we ask for a deposit. Because we need to know who's going, because it's gonna happen fairly soon, right? The deposit is $350 a person. We are making it refundable until September 1st. We would rather have you say, yeah, I'm planning on going and put the $350 so that Monica can be planning. But it is refundable until September 1st.
I'm sorry, this is 750 or 350?
$350 per
Oh,
person.
okay.
What's the cost?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I've got too many other things. Take it back. $750.
And that goes towards the final cost, so it's not in addition.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, that's the church rate. Okay. But it is refundable until September 1st. Now, insurance, we highly recommend, now there are 2 plans. One is good and one is the best. And depending on your age and your physical condition. The description is on the back page. The biggest difference is the medical care that you, if you were sick in Egypt, that you would receive. Whereas the best gives you up to $100,000 of medical benefits.
Like if you need to be helicopter evacuated from the valley.
Right. Well, actually, they both cover, if you want the helicopter ride, if you, they both have the 100,000, but as far as for medical expenses, depending on your insurance, you may, a lot of you are quite young, you may have insurance that covers you in abroad. I'm on Medicare and I have to buy, because Medicare does not cover me while I'm abroad. So the difference is between the $100,000 for the best and the basic gives you $10,000. Now, $10,000 goes a long way in, and then, a couple of other things as far as delays, missed tour connections, you'll see the difference. So we're not collecting the insurance until after September 1st because we want you to make sure that you put your deposit down, it's refundable. Once September 1st, then it will be time to cover the insurance. And the tour price is $4,499 based, again, we're going to hand these out to you now, based on 8 participants. It's refundable, but the final payment for the trip is due October 1st. It's happening that fast because 90 days, 90 days. Your air, as of when we quoted it, it was the $1,599. When you travel at Christmas time any place in the world, it's a little more expensive. Right now, we're basing it on leaving Friday evening, December 20th. And for anybody who's still working on Friday, you still should be able to get to the airport. And if you do park and fly, you can drive, park your car, allow the shuttle to take you to the airport, and then when you come back, you can have an overnight, and you might want it, considering you just had a day and a half, 36 hours of January 1st.
Yeah.
So we want to give you these handouts. One of the questions,
Insurance covered something that
Yeah.
kids and daughters and lot of grandkids. There's a definite.
Yes,
We
because
have to cancel.
Because I went through that, at that time, when I was planning this trip, my husband was sick, and I was like, ooh, yeah, it covers,
So
if he were to die, it would have
We get our money back. Second,
been, you know, track that.
you have some questions.
yes, yes. Yeah. You recorded this?
Yes.
Can you send it
Absolutely.
to Jim?
Yes, I sure
And
did.
you can send that to our firm.
Yes, absolutely. And I will send, all the documents. I have updated this document with the right dates.
Okay, gotcha. So I have to update my passport. How long? I should, I'll do it tomorrow.
Do it, yeah, like, do it as soon as possible. You should be fine, right? Yeah. Post office? Yes.
Okay.
And I'm really, you can go online and schedule an appointment, then you can pick, date, time, and the location.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, so just take the passport and Davenport, Iowa.
Any, almost,
Maureen does it too.
yeah, almost all
I get my
post
passport.
offices have
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I have that. I might do it.
Which one?
I can send the slides to you. Yeah.
We don't
Yeah,
sign it.
Yeah,
No, I'm gonna send the
I
slides.
can send everything to you because we went through this fast because I knew there would be a lot of questions. Yeah. The visa, which is included in that, So I will take care of all of that. You're gonna see me hand the guy at the airport an envelope full of cash, don't be alarmed, it's just Visa, it's fine. It's fine. I got you.
And then we need to have our money changed for, do they take
Okay,
cash?
that is a fabulous question. So you cannot get Egyptian pounds in the States anymore because it's a volatile asset.
Oh,
Because that's how,
yeah, it is, okay.
so right now, the Egyptians are loving American money.
Sure, okay.
So you can bring American cash, or once we are over there, there are ATMs everywhere.
Okay,
Everywhere.
gotcha.
Like every block, there's
So
an
they'll
ATM.
take.
And yes, the ATMs, you cannot get American money just through cash. So, yeah, and also cards, they get cards everywhere.
Yeah.
Not discovered, go with Visa.
Sure.
I have a travel Capital One card, and then also from my bank, I have the Visa travel card. And I take multiple cards.
Sure,
Okay.
right, yeah, yes. Our tips, like, we just took a cruise.
Okay.
And you, when we did an excursion,
Yeah,
we didn't have to tip on the cruise ship.
yeah.
Excursion.
This is a fantastic question. This is what I learned from my last trip. I am either going to collect all the money ahead of time. No, this is how it's
Yeah.
I'm going to collect all the tip money ahead of time. Because I don't like getting lots of cash from people when we're trying to leave the hotel or the excursion. And I don't like having you guys stress me out, be like, how much do you do? How much do you do? So before we go, I would say I need $300 for tip money for the whole trip.
Sure.
You will give that to me here. And as we go along, I will be handing you guys
Okay.
envelopes of cash.
So, and that's about what you think.
I've estimated about 350 per person. Yes, and that is for the cruise, that's for the guide, that's for the boatman, that's for the newbie house, that is everywhere.
Restaurants, you do that.
Again, that is all taken care
That, so when we go to a restaurant, we're gonna go twice a day, right?
of. All taken care of.
That,
And it's also included in that too. Oh, yeah.
So
But
we
yeah,
should figure about
Three months.
tips.
and again, give it to me beforehand so you guys don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about getting them at this weird fat
Right.
stack in a black bag at the end of the trip. It's just stressed me out. And stressed
And we don't know.
Yeah, and it stressed everyone on the trip out, and it just got too hairy. So we will take care of all the shit before. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I need you to say yes. You're gonna go, and we're gonna have the best Christmas ever.
So, we'll kind of talk about it and then Jim can send it.
No great one.
Or
No great one.
check.
You, or your credit card number, the credit, on that form, you can put on a card, or the check should be made out to Blue Horizon Travel.
Sure.
Actually, I think it's actually better to send it to Blue Horizon rather than dragging her in the hallway. That way it's recorded, and then we can make our copies.
Yeah, mail it to the Horizon Travel. Here's the address.
Yeah, same as-
And our deposit.
Yeah, same
Check.
address, yeah. Okay, what other questions do we have? What do you need to know?
And if you need another drink so that you can think about
Yeah.
it. that's all.
Like I said, I know the money for everything really fast. But this is not good.
Yes, didn't you get one?
Don't have a registration.
Oh,
No, we didn't get those.
yes, you did. Oh.
There's, one for each, so like chapters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I am sorry, I thought that they were beverage to think about things? You got the beverages?
Thank you.
So, I know this was, but we'll already be done with that.
Good meet you, Linda. Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks,
very
Anna.
much, yes.
She may do Greece. She may do Greece or
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Good seeing you. Good to see you. Yes, I get to cruise with you guys.
Okay, the difference for individual, just for all the days, it's 1,305. Yes, but that is $305. Yeah. So that's why I was wondering if you had someone else that would want to go with you and be your roommate, so then you wouldn't have to pay that. They would have, whoever you brought would have to pay, but if you like me. I don't know. Yeah.
There are some people that want to go home. I think you want to do.
I get it, but I really love to Howard. I'm hoping to have another education about.
All right, yeah. Well, and I'm talking over with my daughter, we both can't go because we can't come off our house. And man, she was just having a great time. So she had one. Well, that's why we got it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, but, so I do have a camera. I reviewed that in 2018. But everything else, he said you guys to take. Yep. It's all. All right. Okay, all right. It's just, yeah, it's a lot. Thank you. Also, Greece. I know. I will.
You'll see it posted.
Okay.